On this edition of Performance TV, we're taking our Fisher House Foundation bike build to a new level. We'll show you a small muffler that will make a big difference in your truck's exhaust, and we'll be talking trailers as this show unfolds.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Tommy, you and I have been working on this project bike for the folks at Fisher House here for a while, and we're just going to take it one step better. Glenn Nash joining us from Arnott. This thing's going to ride so much better. I mean, the Harleys, they have a little bit of an air, like assisted type system on them, but not like this.
No, this is a true onboard adjustable air suspension system. What it allows you to do is adjust the ride height and the load capacity on the spot at any time during the ride or while you're parked or stopped. And
you do have some different options too. With our bike, we've been putting a lot of chrome on and things back here, which you do offer your system in chrome. But we're going to put some black on here. It looks like everything comes right along with the kit. Yes,
it's pretty much a plug-and-play system. Everything assembles really quickly. The compressor mounts with a bracket onto the bike. You have different options. You have handlebar switches for lowering and raising the bike. You have gauges and toggle switches that come standard with the bike on some cases. But it is pretty much a plug-and-play system, very easy to install.
Tommy, you do have quite a bit of stuff that you've been doing back here.
Been busy. We've been getting it all done. Kathy, I did put the switch up here on the handlebars. Looks like it comes factory. I like that, being able to do it on the go, whether you're riding, sitting, whatever you want to do. You want to put air in, you push one button. You want to take air out, you push the other. Got the manifold here for all the air lines. The pump, we've actually mounted right here in this location, right in front of the battery. Comes with a bracket, bolts right in. Got the relay here. We've wired into everything, to the compressor. The fuse harness is right here. Only thing I got left to do is put the shocks on and plumb some airlines.
Well, I think you've got the toughest job done. Now we're going to get these changed out back here. Let's go ahead and get some bolts for this.
I got the toughest job done. You can do the easy.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, let's go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pop a little airline off here. Get this loosened up. Of course, first thing we wanted to do was go ahead and get the jack underneath here, because we're going to need that not only for taking off the old shock, but making the adjustments we need to put the new one on.
Exactly.
While you're working away, I'm going to do this side while you're doing that side.
All right.
Now, I mounted the pump underneath here.
Yes.
You have brackets for mounting it in the rear, mounting it in the front, all different bikes, all different brackets. You have a mount for the pump anywhere the guy needs to put it.
Yes, depending on the model and the year of the bike, we have several locations, 4 or 5. You can place it on the back fender, on the bag bracket, up in the fairing, in front of the battery box, below the battery box.
Yeah.
With all the electronics and the new navigational systems that are going on and stereo systems that are going on bikes, that's our toughest challenge, is getting that
run out of room everywhere, yeah.
And that bracket located somewhere.
There's several different options wherever you want to put it.
Wherever you want to put it.
All right, Tommy, I'm ready to put mine on. Can you stop for a second? We're going to need to jack this thing up.
Jack up a little bit for you?
Yep, quite a bit, actually.
All right, get your bolts ready.
Well, first thing we want to do, we're going to put just a little bit of Loctite on the end. Should be about enough. Have that ready. And we want to make sure that this, for all of our adjustments that we can make, is aimed toward the back so you can actually reach in there and get to it. Okay, we got that part started. Okay, go ahead, Tommy.
How are we looking?
We're getting there. There we go. You can go ahead and just hold it there for a second. And next bolt ready. Slide it on in there. Okay, Tommy, I think we're getting this side over here.
All right.
Hopefully yours goes on as easy as this one did. Now, what are all of the adjustments that we can make back here?
Well, you have the 11-point adjustable dampening system, which controls the rebound on the shock, which gives you the ride softer or harder, or if you prefer a stiffer ride instead of a softer ride, you can adjust it.
Once it's all installed on the bike, we're not pulling over to put air in it, to go out for a ride, to see if we like it, to come back, to change the air. we're doing this on the fly. Like I said, sitting right there at the stoplight if you want to change it, or going down the road.
That's right.
Something we want to keep in mind, we're dealing with a couple of very soft metals here, aluminum and brass.
Yeah, they don't need to be real tight.
They don't need to be real
O-ring
tight.
on it, help seal it.
All right.
Pull that out.
Pull that out.
Let me feed you that line. Got it?
Yep.
Put that in. All right.
We are in.
Finish the zip ties. Let's make it all pretty, but I want to see this in action.
Me
Everybody
too.
ready?
Yep, we're ready.
All right, let's go up. Look at that.
Check that out.
Raising right up.
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Man, that's going to make that thing ride so much better. You know what, Tommy? We could do so many cool things to this bike for the Fisher House project. This is really going to make somebody an awesome, awesome motorcycle. We'll have more coming up here on Performance TV.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Steel rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping. B&M Racing Performance, quality performance products that work. Metzler, sharing independence. And by Flowmaster, the exhaust technology company.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Tommy, don't you like it when we get to play with new toys?
Yeah, I do, and black my color.
Absolutely. Well, Flowmaster got us all hooked up here with a brand new prototype system that they're putting together.
Yeah, it's the Outlaw version for the F-150 trucks. I mean, Flowmaster, they're known for their mufflers. They're designed different, they're built different. They're not like an OEM muffler, got fiberglass in them or ceramics. There's used the baffling of the muffler, and it creates less back pressure, a little more power, and it has a unique sound all to its own.
Yeah, this truck is definitely going to have a unique sound. I mean, we're really going to open this thing up and let it breathe with Flowmaster's new 409S. Now, this is a complete stainless steel system. It's 3 inches all the way through, and you get a lot of choices, too, with this one.
What I like about it, it's one part number for all trucks, all 3 V8 engines, the bed length, all 3 bed lengths. If you got a super cab or the crew cab or just a standard cab, one system fits all the trucks.
Yes, and all the parts that we need are here, and whether it's 2009 through 2014, we got a brand new one here. So what do you think we should do? Should we take them out the side? Want to go out the back?
Well, that's one neat thing. They give you the option when the kit. You can either go out the sides or out the back. You got different tips you can put on them too, but I like the black of course.
Oh yeah, especially with this truck. But I mean, this is really going to look nice and it'll sound great. And Flowmaster's Super 10 Series muffler here. I mean, check this out. You should have seen what we took off this thing. Huge.
Right,
like
and if it doesn't stamp Flowmaster in that muffler, it's not a real Flowmaster.
I think we should. Let's go out the side on this one.
All right, yeah, 2 out the back?
Yeah.
All right,
so
sounds good.
we have extra parts here that we're not going to end up using because we're choosing.
Yeah, if you have an 8-foot bed.
Yeah, that's what
got
this
an
is
extension for the exhaust system.
So we don't need this.
Right.
And if we were going out straight out the back, these would be our pipes. So we're going to move those out of the way. We've kind of got everything all laid out here because I'd already decided what I wanted to do anyway.
That figures. Well, you can decide to get busy then.
Okay.
Kathy, taking the stock exhaust system out was pretty simple. Disconnect here and pull it out over the rear end housing. So let's get started putting in the new Flowmaster system.
Okay.
I'll slide that up here, slide it in, and I'll run the bolts through and clamp it together. Comes with all the clamps and all the bolts and nuts, everything you need.
Let me see where that lines up.
How's it looking back there? You got it all lined up?
Yeah, pretty close.
One of the simple, neat features about this is it comes with a clamp that kind of slides on this main line right here, on this main tube.
Yep, and as soon as you get your part done there, I'll get it up
All
here
right, hand
for
me
us.
the bolt.
There's that.
All right.
I'll grab
Now
this.
put that clamp on there and show how it goes in the hanger.
Yeah, based on this system being for any of the trucks, whether you have the long bed, short bed, whatever. That way this isn't attached and we can adjust it.
Adjustable. I like adjustable.
Slide it right in there. Put my stand over here. Hold that up. And we're not going to tighten anything up, just going to kind of mock it all up as we go. Then that way we can make our adjustments and then tighten at the end.
Not quite yet. Here we go. Put these through. There we go. All right, got both of those started. You got your clamp in place?
Yep.
All right.
Get this kind of moved out of the way. Now I know that there's a clamp that you need to get installed, a hanger in the back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to do that. Next thing we're gonna do, get the muffler up here, and we'll have that and more next on Performance TV.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Now, the only part of this Flowmaster kit that you actually have to bolt anything to the truck is an added hanger right here, because we're going duals out the back instead of a single. So they give you the bracket, the bolts, everything, put it right in the stock existing frame hole and tighten it up. Right there. All right, that's the only thing we got to do. Bolt on, we're good.
Okay, Tommy, this is our Super 10 series muffler.
Pretty small, I like that.
You know, you remember the one we took out of here?
Yeah, huge.
Huge.
Slide that on there, get that in place. All right, now we're gonna go over the rear end housing.
Yep.
Put it in the muffler.
Right in there.
Hang on, let me get it in this hanger before you put it in.
Okay.
It's gonna go right back in the factory location.
I know, that's what's nice to be able to reuse all of those. Phase it up just a little bit. Slide it over here.
Stand by.
Now support a little bit. There we go.
All right.
Ready
That
for our
one's
next
in.
one. Oh,
Put your hanger up there. Got it.
yep, I do. Get them both here. There we go. Awesome.
That's the key to not tightening the clamp so we can
Exactly,
everything
so you
slides
can
in
kind
nice
of
and
adjust
easy.
it and move it around as you need to.
All right.
There we go.
Now, we're behind the rear end housing. We're gonna put this other one over here. This is what we're making it a dual exhaust out the back instead of a single.
Can't reach.
You're too short.
Yep, too short.
Come here and hold this piece and I'll put that on.
All right, that works for me. Who decides?
Can you wiggle it for me? There we go. All right. There we go. Ready?
Yep.
And on we go.
Okay. You've got your piece and your clamp for your side.
All right. Now we can do the side outlets right before we put on the tips.
I think before I put the tip on, I'm going to adjust that a little bit. I think before we put the tips on, Tommy, let's tighten these up a little bit, just enough to kind of hold them from bending down on us.
Yeah, it's all in place. Looks pretty good. We got to make a last minute adjustments here, but we'll start tightening these up.
Yeah.
That way it holds everything in place. All right, they're tight. Put them on.
Cool, man. These tips are going to look great with this truck. I cannot wait to hear how it sounds.
It's going to look good. I like the black. Black on black.
I knew you would like this. We have a whole lot more coming up just around the corner here on Performance TV.
It's going to look good. Going to sound good. How's yours look?
Great. This week's industry update, Tom, we've been doing a whole lot to our project bike back here. The last thing we want to do with all this chrome is put an ugly painted oil filter on. So we're not going to. We've got this really nice chrome one here from the folks at Perform.
I tell you what makes this filter different, has a high performance microglass enhanced filtration material in there. What does that do? Provides superior small retention. It will retain all the small particles in there without creating some backflow, maintaining oil pressure.
Yeah, because that is ultimately important. We want it to look good, but do its job as well. And the particle size that causes the biggest problem with motors are between 4 and 22 microns. Not going to have a problem with that with this filter from Perform.
Right, that enhanced filtration that's what it captures. That's what it gets. It works well with all the new synthetic oils on the market. You know, you want to leave them in there a long time. This filter will last a long time. Plus, I mean, who doesn't like chrome? Come on, that's a good looking filter.
Absolutely. And if you want to find out more, just check out the website at the bottom of your screen. And that's this week's industry update.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by IPC Global. Improve your life. Z-Max, tested, trusted performance. Armor Garage, where everything is made to last. Bushtec, world's finest motorcycle cargo trailers. And by Garage Art, your dream garage starts here.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Man, you know, it would be so nice to hop on your Harley and be able to tow some stuff behind you. And that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to put a hitch on this Harley back here. Keith with Bushtec, pretty easy to put one on. I mean, and it looks like everything comes with your kit.
Yes, it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to install the kit.
Okay.
And it comes with everything you need. You just need a couple tools.
Well, it looks like we also have some different options here depending on what type of trailer hitch that we're going to be towing. I mean, tell me about some of the things that we have here, Keith.
Yes, our Bushtec trailers, they actually use a pin-style coupling. And then when we're using for our campers, we use a 1 7/8" ball instead.
Okay. You know, when you're using a pin, how do you keep it from coming back up?
We have a proprietary lock that we use, and you unlock, and the trailer goes around, and then it locks on for safety and security.
Okay.
So your trailer is locked to your hitch, and your hitch is locked to the bike with a coupler lock.
Okay. And, you know, we're out dealing with the elements and that type of thing, too. So you also have a cap here so that way we can keep it all covered.
Yes.
That type of thing. We have all of our keys. We have all of our hardware. And we've got our harness here. Now, am I going to have to do any splicing?
No, our kits are all plug and play.
Oh,
we unhook your light harness under your seat, our relay isolator plugs in, and then our pigtail plugs in and runs out the back.
It's what we like to hear. You guys have been around for a really long time.
Actually, last year was Bushtec's 30th anniversary, and this year is Bunkhouse 30th anniversary.
Speaking of bunkhouse, you know the reason why we're going to put this hitch on the Harley? Well, Tommy's got that for you right now.
Well, I've got Gary here from Bushtec, and you guys have a solution to, if you're on your motorcycle wanting to go out camping, what are you going to do? You can't carry a tent. What have you got?
We've got the bunkhouse camper made by Bushtec. It is solely designed for motorcycle usage, but it is morphed into trikes and small cars, etc.
It's got cargo space. You can haul anything behind you on the motorcycle.
Right, it's not just a trailer. We've got, I'll show you here, we can open it up.
All right.
It has got full-time storage space. Let me grab this here, Tom. Just lift this up here. We've got 17 cubic feet of space.
That's big inside there.
Absolutely. You can store spare tire, air conditioner, your clothes, anything you're going to take with you.
Maybe a few beverages.
Absolutely,
Okay,
without a doubt.
yeah.
All that
Spare
stays in
tire.
here. So our idea behind this is you can pack this trailer before you go, and we close this down here, and then you get to your destination, and I'll show you how we set up the tent, and then you unpack from the inside. So it's a really handy design.
All right, let's open this thing up.
Fantastic. Let's just pull this cover off here. We're just going to undo these little buttons here.
All right.
And then we can literally unfold one more time. And then we'll unfold the back here. And if you'll help me out, grab that center pole first. Just raise it straight up. And then extend this front pole out. And that is literally it. And you're ready to camp.
I love this. Who would have thought all that came out of that little trailer right there?
I'm telling you, it's a very handy, simple design, sets up within 30 seconds. One person can obviously set this up.
How big a bed is that? It looks pretty good size.
It's a queen size bed.
Queen size bed. Now you also have other models.
We do. We've got an LX model. It's a king size. It's got a third rail, and it's about 6 inches taller, and it's 10 inches of more bed. It comes with an awning, and then you can enclose that awning, and you can also make a bigger den. So it's a really, really big design. We've had customers use it to pull their motorcycles underneath, keep them out of the weather. See, we've got a boot here where you can put your air conditioner outside. The boot goes around, forces air inside. You can have this thing cooled off in minutes. And here's the best part, saving it for last, is once you pack like we talked about earlier, you don't have to unpack your stuff and never put anything on the ground. Once you get to your destination, we just set up the camper, and now you can unpack all your storage from inside without ever getting out in the elements.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
We also make Bushtec trailers. This is one mainly for our Harley-Davidson market, and it is the Roadstar. And this thing has a ton of storage capacity
wow,
inside.
That's nice inside. All carpeted, nice. Stuff's not going to get beat up while going down the road.
No, not at all. We've got the matching tail lights. Really looks nice. We can do custom paint to match anything that you have. It's got an air ride suspension. It's fully adjustable, so you can run it bare with no products inside. If you load this thing down with everything, then you can adjust the air to make sure that your ride height is right and the bounce is right. There's no way that this trailer can be outperformed. We've spent tons of research making sure that our suspension is the best. We don't have a single axle going across. So if we pick this trailer up and just dropped it, it will sit straight on the ground. There is no bounce. So you're never going to have the tail wagging the dog, so to speak.
No worries of the trailer going to crash you on the motorcycle, because the trailer's not going to be bouncing up and down the highway.
That's exactly right.
Okay, Keith, we have our hitch all installed here, and with the bunkhouse, now can we get either or when it comes to like the pin or the ball?
Yes, the bunkhouse comes standard with a ball coupler, but you can upgrade it and get the pin style hitch.
Oh yeah, and I like the pin style hitch. I mean, this is just the way to go. I mean, we're locked on there. We get it all covered up. We're ready to go. Now, we have this part done, but we need to get the electrical stuff done here now. And hey, folks, sorry, we're all out of time for this week. We're gonna go ahead and get that done. But hey, wait till you see what we have to do to this bike next time around here on Performance TV. You're gonna wanna check it out.